You remember? When a nickel wasn't just loose change rattling in your pocket. When it meant a cold bottle of pop, or 2 full minutes parked under a summer sky, engine rumbling, gas pump clicking, 25 cents. That world, it feels like a dream now, doesn't it? Like a photograph faded at the edges. Hold on to that feeling. Because this ain't just about prices. It's about the weight in our hands and the weight on our hearts. Bill Henderson slid onto that cracked vinyl stool at Mel's like he owned the place. Sunshine streamed through the chrome-trimmed window, catching the dust dancing in the air. The usual Mel. A smile cracked his tired face. A full plate of eggs, bacon, toast, coffee, 95 cents. He laid down a $1 bill, crisp, proud. The quarter change Mel slid back. That bought a pack of gum for his boy Jimmy, and a moment feeling like a king. He handed over that $1 and bought more than breakfast. He bought dignity. 60 years later, Bill's knuckles turned white, griping the same worn counter edge. Same sunshine, different dust. Jimmy, gray now himself, pointed at the menu board. $18 pop? For eggs. Bill's chuckle was dry as the toast looked. Used to buy a week's groceries for that? His eyes drifted to the window, not seeing the street, seeing that quarter. That pack of gum. Jimmy's small, grateful hand. The memory tasted bittersweet. The price wasn't just on the board, it was etched in the quiet disbelief on his son's face. Evenings on the porch swing were sacred. Bill and Martha young, the scent of honeysuckle thick as their dreams. Fireflies blinked like tiny promises. Got the call today, Marty? Bill murmured, hand finned in hers. Promotion. Foreman. Martha squeezed back, her smile brighter than the porch light. Oh, Billy. That night they dared to dream big. A house. A real one. Not much, maybe $12,000. An impossible mountain. Suddenly looked like a hill they could climb, together. Under firefly light, a $12,000 dream. Felt as real as her hand in his. The sterile office air tasted like dust. Bill stared at the young couple across the desk, eyes wide with the same hope he and Martha once held. The agent pointed at a listing. This starter bungalow needs work, $325,000. The young man paled. But the interest rates? His voice trailed off, swallowed by the numbing reality. Bill saw himself reflected in their fear. That $12,000 hill was now a $325,000 cliff. His weathered hand clenched. The shock wasn't just the number, it was seeing his own young hope, staring back, utterly lost. Saturday mornings smelled like oil and ambition. Bill, under the hood of his '69 Ford pickup, $2,800 brand new, paid cash. Jimmy, maybe 10, handing him tools, eyes churning with hero worship. Teach me, Pop? Bill grinned, grease smudged on his cheek. This OL girl? She's freedom, son. Solid steel. Paid for with honest sweat. That truck wasn't just metal, it was independence. Tangible. Grease on their hands, pride in their hearts. $2,800 bought more than wheels, it bought a man's worth. The dealership gleamed, cold and alien. Jimmy, now nearing 60 himself, ran a hand over a shiny pickup's hood. Sticker price, $68,500. He let out a low whistle. Bill stood beside him, silent. Remembered the weight of the cash envelope he'd carried for his Ford. Need a loan, Pop? Jimmy asked, trying for lightness. Bill just stared at the monstrous price tag. The memory of that greasy Saturday, the solidness, dissolved like smoke. The gleaming truck wasn't freedom, it was a chain, forged from numbers, his son would carry for years. Back at his small, tidy kitchen table. The same one where Martha planned budgets with pencil and paper. Bill opened an old shoebox. Not coins inside. Faded envelopes. Jimmy sat across, nursing coffee. Bill slid one across the worn Formica. Open it. Inside, Jimmy found receipts. Small, handwritten IOUs. Mrs. Peterson, groceries $15. Paid January '74. Tommy Evans, school books $22. Paid September '68. Dozens. Bill's voice was gravel. When times got tough, folks helped folks. Not banks. Not this. He gestured vaguely towards the world outside. The hidden wealth wasn't in his shoebox. It was in the names, the quiet debts, paid in full, by neighbors long gone. Jimmy traced his father's shaky handwriting on a receipt. Mrs. Peterson. She lived down the lane, right? Bill nodded, eyes distant. Lost her husband. We all chipped in. He paused, a lifetime in the silence. Then Bill reached into his cardigan pocket. Not an IOU. A bank check. Made out to the young couple from the realtor's office. A modest sum. Impossible for them. Possible for him. Use it for the down payment, Bill rasped. Jimmy gasped. Pop. Your savings. Bill's smile was thin, wise. What's money compared to giving someone a hill instead of a cliff? His hand trembled, not from age, but from the weight of passing on a different kind of currency. You see, we stare at the sticker shock, the gas pumps, the grocery bills, and we feel the world slipping away, like something valuable got stolen. But maybe, just maybe, what we built in those years of nickels and dimes wasn't just a bank account. It was something deeper, stronger. That quarter for gas, it bought time. Time talking under the station light. That $12,000 house, it built a home filled with firefly nights and porch swing promises. The real inflation isn't just in the prices. It's in the distance between people. The trust that got replaced by terms and conditions. My 25 cents gas, your $50,000 car. The numbers scream how things changed. But the value, the true wealth, that was never in the wallet. It was in the hand, helping a neighbor. In the porch swing, holding the one you loved. In passing on, not just money, but the memory of how we carried each other over every hill. That doesn't depreciate. That's the fortune we lived through. That's the story worth telling. What's your quarter bought you? Share it below before the memory fades.